One of the things that has been very interesting. We've been talking about the increase in natural disasters and the intensity of them, and I think that's been happening based on what I'm seeing with the hurricanes that just happened. We got multiple volcanoes going off on that Hawaiian island. We got typhoons that were hitting Philippines within days apart a couple weeks ago, because we had one of our folks that are in the Philippines send us an email about prayer. It's absolutely, the earth is shaking, and it's going to get more intense as you see blessings happening to people, and you're just like blown away that all this good stuff's happening. You will see others that, like you said, Brother Lama, that some just disappear, right? Some are just gone. You've had some of these cases where people have been sitting in a chair and then all of a sudden they just basically are gone. They dematerialize. They are food. There might be some ashes on the floor or something, but they're literally gone. What happens? Because there's been cases of that happening. You say that actually is going to accelerate?
Oh, yeah. And I've experienced that with people. I've experienced it with myself by different body parts happening by raising the vibration itself. So you have to understand everything is a progression of vibration. And how the spirit, mind, and body is looked at is like, imagine three sieves. Jimmy, remember the gold rush? And they would go to the streams, and they would get these sieves, and they would put the rocks in them. They would shake the sieves up, and each sieve had a different size. Well, that's how your spirit, mind, and body, very similar, work in regards to energy and frequency. And as your system gets stepped up, certain things will happen. You might say, well, a lot of people think that the law of gravity is complete. No, the law of gravity is not complete unless you add in the law of levity. What do I mean by that? Well, how do you think the Japanese people are able to raise their monorail 6 to 12 inches off its track? And they've housed and mastered to a certain extent how to work with the magnetic energy. Well, the magnetic energy goes all throughout your spirit, your energy body. When you're practicing Tai Chi Gong, you're raising the intensification of that magnetic energy. Why is that important? Well, the magnetic energy in your physical body stimulates collagen. It stimulates your endocrine gland system. It excites your lymph node system. You have more lymph node fluid in your body than you actually have blood in your body. So you're triggering things. So what happens is some of these things referred to as natural law, they get neutralized, right? They get neutralized. I've had students that started practicing and all of a sudden they started floating. I've had people that were there for a few minutes and then all of a sudden they were gone. So I've had pictures taken of me by different students over the year, and I'd be there and I would not be there. And then you see how I keep coming in and out of the screen here thing. You don't think that that's not something to do with energy. You better believe energy influences everything. And as exciting as what we refer to electricity is, when it comes to the human body, especially when it comes to the spirit, electricity is grotesque in its frequency compared to who we are. It's grotesque. Electricity that we deal with, 110 and 220, is grotesque to the vibration of a human being. In other words, it's way down on the ladder of frequency. And this is why we're always influencing electricity all the time.